Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So let's just dive in and let's start off with this tweet here from Ripple themselves, talking about CBDCs. It says, in addition to enabling faster and more affordable payments, the digital nature of CBDCs also makes loans and other financial services more accessible to historically underserved communities. And this is a report going all the way back to the summertime that they posted. This was July 14th, 2022 to be specific. They also do outline the new value report, which, by the way, we do have that over here. We are going to address that here in a second, and I really kind of talk about that as well. But within this, they do talk about a few things happening around CBDCs, more so the efficiencies around it. They do talk about scalability, interoperability, costs associated with transactions, and then obviously inclusion and the other things that we always kind of see. Now, one thing that's always interesting is the diagrams associated with these discussions. So we have CBDCs, the future of fiat, and this is from Ripple themselves. Survey of global respondents, 1,600 financial leaders from business and financial institutions, 800 individuals, and 700 blockchain and crypto developers. Now, we do see payments leaders agree digital forms of national currency are upon us. And this is percentage of financial institutions respondents that see CBDCs as having significant or massive impact on business and society in the next 5 years. So real quick, this timeline here, this 5-year timeline, I want you all to focus on that 5-year time frame. I told you, in the next 3 to 5 years, we will see things that we've never thought possible from crypto. And it's going to be that 2025 to 2027 time frame that is going to be crucial for the future of crypto. So we do see in the APAC region, 83% business, 89% society. Europe, 64% and 79%, 82% and 78% in LATAM, and then also 56% and 71% in North America, and then in the MENA region, 70% and 71%. Isn't this kind of crazy? Like, this is like a major impact that CBDCs will have on not only business but also society. And the percentages are fairly high here. Now, we look at the benefits as well. And by the way, I know a lot of people are against CBDCs, myself included. I am against CBDCs, but we will most likely see them get pushed into reality from the central banks. I believe that they already have a major plan ahead of things. So when we really kind of look at this, it's not more so looking at just like the negativity around CBDCs. We should also focus on the positive things as well, because we most likely will see them fully adopted in anyways. If we don't see CBDCs, I also look at CBDCs as like commercial stablecoins too. Like, you could see full-on stablecoin adoption as well in the same light of CBDCs without having CBDCs. You could just see stablecoins, which would be tokenized fiat anyways. It would be the same exact thing, just with central bank digital currencies. The central bank is fully in control of those. But it would be the same thing for stablecoins. You could have stablecoin issuance on private ledger technology, very similar to CBDCs anyways. So, the benefits here. When respondents at financial institutions were asked about the benefits CBDCs would provide their organization, the three most frequent responses were 44% enhanced national competitiveness, 43% payment systems efficiencies, and then 42% foster innovation and new use cases. And then over here we do see especially financial inclusion. Financial institutions globally see financial inclusion and greater access to credit as the largest breakthroughs to be driven by CBDCs. It's very interesting that they are putting a center point on access to credit, where there was line of credit from Ripple being offered through XRP for the SME region as well, which we have seen since then get removed off of the Ripple website. I would love to know what's going on with that. But nonetheless, we do see a few percentages here. APAC, 48% chance or greater access to credit, LATAM, 42% financial inclusion. North America, 42% new revenue opportunities. Europe, 31% financial inclusion. MENA, 42% financial inclusion. And then 85% of payment leaders at financial institutions globally think their country will launch a digital currency in the next 4 years. And then we do see crypto and blockchain technology are rapidly transforming the ways the world moves, manages, and tokenizes value. As we've seen with crypto, CBDCs have many use cases. with new applications of the technology being explored, those CBDC solutions that combine sustainability, interoperability, efficiency, security, and usability will drive the most powerful impact. I want you guys to read this quote yet again one more time and then focus on what Ripple is doing with XRP, what they are positioning XRP to be, the bridge currency. And when we look at a lot of the solutions here from CBDCs, what they are focused on is sustainability. We know the XRP ledger is the most sustainable, well, I shouldn't say the most, one of the most sustainable ledger technologies out there. Yes, it is interoperable with Interledger Protocol, and which, by the way, when we talk about Interledger Protocol, a lot of people kind of confuse the Interledger Protocol with Quant's Overledger. They're completely diverse interoperability offerings that we really kind of focused on. And I've broken this down in the past as well. Like the Interledger Protocol is more of a connector. And when we look at what Quant's doing with Overledger, Overledger is more of I don't look at it as a connector. It's more of a big giant network that connects everything to one. It's not a connector in the sense of what Interledger Protocol does and facilitates, which I've broken down in the past. I might do a full-on updated video on that. But we also do see efficiency, which we know with XRP, extremely efficient in terms of payments, security, again, extremely secure. Some of what we see around this sector is some of the highest grade security that you could possibly get, and usability as well. Usability is huge, and this is all going to drive the most powerful impact. So we're going to see the most powerful impact through ledger technology like the XRP ledger. And yeah, this was a very large breakdown. Now, with that, we talk about Web 3. So Web 3.0 is projected to be $140 trillion plus. A lot of people think that whenever I mention this, I'm making this number up. When we go over to M13's website, M13.co is their website. We do see crypto and the consumer, the road ahead. From Bitcoin to NFTs and social tokens, here's how crypto is changing the future of consumer behavior. This got posted back in 2021, September to be specific, and it really kind of talked about different models, micro behaviors, things like that, just slight changes that are happening that will ultimately domino effect into much larger ones. And here we have a little bit of Web 1, 2, and also 3 being fully compared. And you do see the business model at the bottom down there. It really kind of just talks about like B2B, B2C, all that kind of stuff around token economics, all that. Very interesting. And you do see some of the companies labeled here, and you do see how things will essentially work. And then down here, we do see the value created, the web, blockchain networks, and it really kind of breaks all this down. And then down here, we have the value proposition. So the overall size of Web 2.0 materially surpassed that of Web 1.0, and we believe Web 3 will surpass the size of Web 2.0. We have used the NASDAQ 100 index as a barometer for the current Web 2.0 market cap. This grossly understates the true global size as the index focuses on public US-based equities. Today, this index is 7 times larger than the aggregate market cap of the 280 companies listed in the Bloomberg US Internet Index in 2000, which we could use as a gauge for Web 1.0's peak market size. We expect a greater pattern to occur with Web 3 surpassing Web 2.0, given that these networks are tokenized and measurable. Now, think about that. You know, when we look at everything happening around Web 3.0 with efficiency at the highest grade, the greatest height, we look at how much value is actually going to be derived in Web 3.0, and what is the actual market cap potential here? Because they're saying that 140 trillion could be the potential market cap. But if we're seeing all of the money tokenized, you know, Web 3.0 could ultimately be worth a lot more than just $140 trillion. But $140 trillion is nothing to kind of write off and say, oh, yeah, that's nothing. No. We are going to see a lot more value derived from crypto as well as Web 3.0. We actually do see when we look out across today's finance landscape, we see tremendous amount of change. This isn't potential change or projected change. it's actual change. There are many factors driving that change, but this report focuses on the role of key blockchain use cases like payments and DeFi, and the token types often referred to as digital assets. For those use cases, including cryptocurrencies, central bank digital currencies, non-fungible tokens, and more. And then they do talk about this emerging landscape as well as technology, and we do see the evolving internet. Each phase of the internet has been marked by key technologies supporting a set of key activities, and each phase carries forward and improves the technologies and activities from the previous phase. And here you have Web 1.0, the Internet of Information, the Internet of Sharing, Web 2.0, and now we have the Internet of Value, where things will ultimately be tokenized, managed, and moved a lot differently than anyone ever expected. Now, I want you all to understand that when we focus on this, there is going to be an extremely different way that we also value these processes. So as we really kind of look at this, one of the biggest things that I want you all to understand is that we are seeing wide-scale adoption from the institutional grade sector around blockchain technology, cryptocurrencies, and even CBDCs. But also we see a big focus point on leveraging other crypto assets and crypto efficiencies like even NFTs and NFT standards. I mean, everything that we've focused on use case wise is going to push crypto into a rapid rate of growth, not only volume wise, but also value wise. And there's a lot more to this. But I also want to make clear that when we talk about the value change around currencies, around fiat, around money itself, right? The entire monetary system as we know it is evolving. And it's evolving at a rapid pace that most people can just not keep up with. And I want you all to understand that as the overall value of money, the way that we perceive it, the way that we look at it, the way that we fully move it, as we see that fully evolve into a different light, guess what? We value things differently. What do I mean by this? Well, it means that tokens like XRP could ultimately be valued in a much different light. I always say that we focus on the bigger area of crypto. What's going to drive the next billion users of crypto? What's going to bring in trillions on top of trillions of dollars in the space where a $1 trillion market cap is laughable? Well, it's going to be financial institutions and enterprise-grade use cases. And we do see this. 76% expect to use crypto in the next 3 years, assuming regulation allows for it. Remember, regulation is the biggest obstacle to focus on right now. So as we focus on this, we are going to see a big tipping point for cryptos. They even do say over here, like a tipping point scenario where institutional adoption begets broader institutional adoption, the speed of which can be fueled by a variety of factors, including use for hedging and payments. And again, I want you all to understand that as we focus on the next big move here, this will be the tipping point, because you got to understand the amount of money that will trigger a major shift in this market. It's going to be a network effect like no other has ever seen before around crypto. And no, that is not me being, oh, hey, we're going to see a big shift here. No, we are already seeing a huge push for crypto adoption, for crypto focus. And again, another huge use case is managing liquidity among financial institutions and enterprises. Liquidity is a big focus. It's funny, Ripple's already centered themselves on providing this. They want to be the bridge between digital assets for the enterprise grade area. In fact, they want to bridge traditional fiat systems with the new world of crypto through businesses, through financial institutions, through these big clients. This is a huge opportunity. This is a massive opportunity for Ripple. And it's also a massive opportunity for all of crypto as well. Like, this is why I say, focus on these companies like Ripple, like Quant. A lot of people focus on the fact that like Ripple's a centralized company. Oh, they're a company that's focused on crypto. That's terrible. This company is building a bridge to the traditional world, and it will ultimately usher in a domino effect of trillions and trillions of dollars that a lot of people are just not realizing the bigger picture of. Like, this is going to bleed into the entire market and provide massive amounts of value as well as opportunity for this entire industry. And it could ultimately push the scale of Web 3.0 much higher into the hundreds of trillions of dollars, well beyond the $140 trillion potential market cap. But it's still a huge opportunity for all of these tokens. And I do believe that utility tokens are going to shine the brightest. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you guys definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are on this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.